Where did you think that one got away on you guys?
I don't know. I actually thought we played a really good game. I think at the end of the day, we got to score on our chances. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
With the line juggling that happened, how did you think that resulted in chances? What did you guys think how do you think you responded?
Well, I think it gave us some new looks. And like I said, I really think we played a really good game. Obviously there's things that we need to clean up. And we need to be even better. We need to score on those chances that we're getting. Yeah.
Has it reached a point, Nikolaj, where it's almost inexplicable to go 9 games now over 3 playoff years without winning on the road?
If I had the answer to why, we would have gotten one at some point. I think that we've this year been really good on the road, and now we need to win at home and find a way here in what we hopefully make a game 6. So we need to find a way. It's as simple as that.
I was going to ask what the mindset has to be. Like, you can't, I guess, look at the big picture. Is it just one game at a time when you're down 3-1 and got to win 3 in a row?
Absolutely. You need to win 4 games to move on. They're at 3, we're at 1. It can't be more simple than that. We need to win. And I think with the crowd that we have at home, the amount of energy that they give to us every single game, we want to repay that by playing another few games in Winnipeg.
Does Arnie speak after a game like this, and if so, what was his message?
The message is pretty clear to everyone. We need to go home and win, and we know that. And obviously, going to Dallas and losing 2 is not what we were looking for. We had some good moments, but at the end of the day, it's we lost. So we got to go home, recharge, get ready for the next one. I think.
What do you see in this? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was going to ask you what you saw in the special teams battle. Their scoring.
On their power play or ours?
I guess sizing up the comparison, because they scored and you guys didn't.
There you go. It's a pretty simple answer. They scored and we didn't. We need to find a way to get some better looks and get pucks through, get the rebounds. We need to be harder on pucks. They're hard on pucks when they get in the battles, and we need to be harder. And get those pucks out, and that's where we've been able to create a lot of chances throughout the regular season. So we need to be a lot harder.
Sorry, Nick, just on your goal, did you look him off to the backdoor pass and open up that spot? Was that purposeful, what you did?
I was definitely looking to the back door, and thought I'm just going to rip this one to the net and see what happens. So yeah.
Good strategy.
Thank you.
First goal is where did you get a good clean look at that, or I know there was a defenseman right in his face?
I need to review it. His stick snapped into our guy shin pad, but I got a clean enough look. It was just a damn perfect shot, just above my pad, below my glove. I don't know. I need to review it. See it again.
Does Arnie speak after a game like this, and what's the message given the stakes?
We know what the message is. We know what the stakes are.
What does your mindset have to be going forward with your backs against the wall like this? Yours specifically.
Just win one game. Leave it all out there. I leave it all out there every night. I doing my best. And, sometimes it's a heartbreak, but all it takes is one little change, one little bounce, and things can start going our way. And we're a good team, so we can really rack them up, but we just got to worry for one at a time.
It's a good example of that, Connor, the 4-minute penalty kill that you guys, I think, got through 3:57 of it, and obviously Kyle has that shorthanded breakaway and almost ties it, and then they get the goal right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of moments in a game that we can really pick out, but none more bigger than the other. Even the smaller moments carry the same weight, so we're going to do this as a team, and we're not out of it yet.
I may be reading it wrong, but you seem more frustrated, openly frustrated, than we're used to seeing you in this situation. Is there a way that you can use that, or how do you turn that going forward?
Well, I mean, this is pretty raw. It was playoffs, and it's been, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes since the end of the game. So every loss is frustrating. That being said, I'm just really looking forward to the next one, and going to leave it all out there.
Connor used the word heartbreak. Does this game classify as heartbreak, and what's the process you go through to reset?
I mean, a heartbreak in the sense of every loss is, disappointing, but you take what you can from it and move on. I don't think we dwell on this. I think we just continue to learn and figure out what's going to work for us and, win one game at a time.
Connor, you talked after that first round about sort of the weight of the world coming off, kind of getting over some hurdles as a team and individually. Do you feel now is the road record kind of one of those obstacles too, that it's become 9 games and it's almost you got to find a way to kind of slay the dragon?
Well, we're going to have to in order to get back in the series. That's all I'm going to say.
What is the key to regrouping for the next game as a team?
We'll learn what we can from this one, put it behind us, and just continue to build our confidence. We're playing well. We're doing a lot of right things. It's just going to take a bounce and continue to have some confidence, and you'll do it as a team.
Thanks, Connor.
Thanks, Connor.
Scott, do you speak to the guys after a game with this kind of stakes, and if so, what's the message tonight?
No, we always talk, obviously. Again, I thought we played a good hockey game. We had 70 shot attempts and scored 1 goal. We're not going to, if we can't find more than 1 goal, we're not going to win hockey games, especially against this hockey team. So I liked a lot of what we did 5-on-5. I liked a lot of the opportunities that we created. I loved our first period. We got off to a great start, had them hemmed in, had some great looks. Ottinger made some big stops. But like I said, we had 70 shot attempts. We got to get more than that, more than 1 goal off of those. Maybe that's, driving hard to the net, finding those rebounds, screening, whatever it is. We've done it. We've done it in the past. We got to find a way to do it next game.
What did you think the line blending that you did going into the game?
Thought it was great. Worked out good. They matched up well. All the lines had zone time. They all did a great job in the sense of it was different because Dallas went 11-7, so kind of knew what the change was going to be for them, and just for us, I thought all our combinations had a lot of opportunities. We just didn't put the puck in the net, and that's at the bottom line. This time of year, you got to find a way to score goals. They're not going to be pretty. They're probably going to have to be ugly ones, and we're going to have to find a way to do that. Like I said, that's you put up 70 attempts there. You got to get rewarded, but that means you got to work a little bit harder if it's not going in.
Obviously, the Connor Hellebuck's been a story, but how would you assess his performance tonight, Scott?
Obviously, he probably wants the one back in the first one, the wrister coming in. Man, the one on, that 3 seconds left on that forward, that was an unbelievable kill by us. Gives that shot. I mean, it's a CNI dog. That's a heck of a shot. I mean, right under the bar from the short side. But at the end of the day, we got to get him some run support. He'll do his job. We got to get him some run support. We got to get him a lead. We got to get out in front, make this team chase us instead of us chasing them like we have in the last couple of games.
And just when a team's down 3-1, what has to be the message? I guess not look at the big picture. You can't win 3 games all at once, right?
Don't lose your last game. Real simple. Don't lose your last game. So it's all about what's happened at home. Get our crowd in behind us. I don't care if we're homers, but we're going to have to go home and win the next one so we come back here. So we got to get the job done. Focus in on this next game, Game 5. That's what it's all about. Work to make sure that we get ourselves back here to Dallas for Game 6.
I just wanted to ask about the sequence from Hayden Fleury's penalty through to that goal too, because it's a follow through on a pass.
Yeah, no, he never had the puck. The puck was on. The puck was on. What was it? Hence's stick. It was on his stick, and he swiped at it. He went to swipe it, and he didn't have the puck, and so it rode right up and hit him in the mouth. It was the right call.
And then on Kyle Connor's breakaway, just, you couldn't script that better. Kyle Connor on his stick, right? That's the guy you want.
That's the guy, and especially, you look at over the course of the season against Dallas, KC scored a lot of goals. That was a big moment. Even before they scored their second one, we had a couple of great looks. Just before, they got their second goal, we had them hemmed in, and I think it was KC again. There's a couple of guys that had some really good looks. Just got to find a way to bury those.
Thank you.
Thank you.